This is how to make a European mount. For the first step, you're gonna get the nose and you make a cut in the middle of it. Then you peel the skin back, and that's how you make the line straight. And you just keep doing that until you get to the back of the head. Well, this back part gets a little tough because it goes up. So now you've made a line that goes up and over. Now you just get the skin like you're doing with the body. You just pull back, and with a knife against the back of the skin, you just make cuts. Make sure you pull the skin fully back. If you follow those steps, this is what you're gonna end up with. Now, it depends on if you have the neck or not. But I have the neck, so I'm gonna saw this off right here. To get the neck off, I used the hand saw and just sawed in the back of the head. Make sure you don't cut the skull. See, that's what it is. You go over here, and there is a tube sticking out over here. You just cut it out, and that is actually the tongue. So, as you can see, this deer does not have a tongue, and the jaws are almost ready to fall off. And yeah, so the head is almost ready to boil. Okay, that boil was just the first boil. To get the brains out, you're gonna want to pressure wash into this hole right here. Be aware, some brains might get on you, but try to position it at a way where it's not gonna spray you. So yeah. Okay, now that we got the brains out and all the extra flesh off, we're gonna boil it again, and make sure you add the soap in there. So yeah, soap, that just makes it so that it like soaks up the oils, like soaks it out of the out of the head. So now you're just gonna check it every half an hour about, and we're gonna take it out once all the flesh is out. And yeah, as you can see, the water is up to the bases, so that's how you want to do it. Okay, now that we got all the extra flesh off, or what we could, we're gonna pressure wash with the biggest nozzle that we have, from not too close because we don't want to break anything, especially at this point. I'm gonna show you the deer right now. So we're just gonna pressure wash it. So I'm gonna pressure wash all this, get all this fat off. Pressure wash back here, just to get everything off. But we couldn't. I ended up not doing it with the biggest one because it wasn't enough pressure. So I went to the second biggest, which is the white one. And I just got everything nice cleaned up, and now we're gonna get the nasal cavity out. So let's go and do that. Alright, now that we have power washed it, we are going to take out the nasal cavity. You guys probably can't see all the stuff on the inside, but there's still a lot left. And as you guys can see, I got all of that out. What you do, so you just take everything out of the nose, because people say that, well, first of all, there's a lot of flesh on there that you can't get to. so then that will start to stink, and that's not good. And another reason people say that it starts to discolor, as you can see, that's a lot right there. Well, it starts to discolor the skull, which is not good. There we go, got a lot of it out. So if you can't get any more from the side up, you just can go from the back. Get some out. Oh, that's a good question. You just get it from the back if you can't get it from the front. Also, make sure there's nothing left in the brain. But so some people, I looked up at some pictures. Some people do leave that, but I feel like it's gonna be harder to get out the meat. So other people don't. And then another thing, most people have that part, but other people don't. So it's really up to you. So, but right now, we're gonna start bleaching, and we're gonna make it this white. Don't worry about the antlers, because this deer was just sitting out for a super long time. But we're gonna make it white, and to make it white, we get 40% hydrogen peroxide, and we pour it all over it. And yeah, that's the next step. Okay, so now it is time to bleach. We are going to be using this right here. This gallon costed me around $12. And yeah, but right before we do that, we're gonna want a plastic wrap. So we're gonna wrap it around the bases, and if you have electric tape, you're gonna use that. But I couldn't find any, so I'm gonna try to use zip ties. I'm just gonna pour it. So like that, and now we're just gonna get a brush and spread it. So I got one, and then you just kind of pasty. Kind of dab it. So if you don't have gloves, you probably want to get them, because I had a few cuts on my hand and fingers starting to bleed, and it really stings. It irritates, so I'm gonna go wash it off, and then if you have gloves, better put them on. Alright guys, so the skull was sitting in the peroxide for 4 days about, and so when I thought it was ready to take out, I took it out. You rinse it off, and at first it might look not so white, but once it dries, it gets more white. Here's the final product right there. Beautiful. So yeah, that's how to make a European mount fast, easy. So yeah, see ya on the next video.